Hey there, my family friends. So we are going on an adventure today to a place called Vaxholm. I probably said it wrong, but you know what? Apologize like all the time. But we're going to be checking out this place and see what it's like. We're going to be taking a ferry over there. As you can tell, I think the ferry is coming up right behind us. So hopefully I'm in the right place. It's quite cold. It's finally getting cold here in Stockholm, Sweden. But let's see how it all goes.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down, oh below my bully boys blow.
Bam. Be lit.
Take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's sail came up and caught her. Hands to the side, harping and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not of greed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship.
My friends and family. So it's me, Von Eden like the garden, and we made it here in a place called Vaxholm, which I think I pronounced it right. I keep saying these things because y'all don't understand how many countries I go to and I mess up the pronunciations and people give me crap for it. What do you expect me? I'm not perfect. But this place was a historical place for the defense against, I think, the Germans and maybe the Russians too, but against World War II. All right, so they made a bunch of bunkers around this area. I got a couple of forts that's over here. There you go, right there. So I'm going to be showing you guys some video footage. I got the droney back here of this place, and then I'm probably going to find myself at a bar. All right, so we'll see how it goes. All right. In the 1500s, King Gustav Vasa decided to put the defense of Stockholm's inlet here. Here before us is a citadel that stands on a strait just outside the city of Vaxholm, a fort used in defense to protect its borders from quote-unquote eastern threats. This is the beginning of what would be almost 500 years of military history for the Vaxholm residents. Towards the end of 1800s, the military significance started to become a draw when Vaxholm became a popular resort spa area for the Stockholm social elites. This begs the question, what are these threats, and was Sweden truly neutral in World War II? Sweden, during the Second World War, declared an official policy called the non-belligerency policy, meaning that the nation itself was going to be unattached to either the Allied powers or the Axis powers. Pretty much it means they're going to play both parts. It was a hard political and diplomatic situation for the Swedish government and its people. To be engaged in involvement in the war, they could face the German blitzkrieg only to probably be destroyed, just like its Danish neighbors, the Finnish, the Norwegians, and just like the rest of Europe. Sweden also was still recovering from the long Napoleonic Wars, and its political party turmoil was getting a little out of hand with the introduction of communist parties introduced within its political ranks. Sweden has done a lot of good, though, but also a lot of questionable actions during the war. The positives, it became a bastion of refugees who wanted to seek out and feel safe after their country has already been invaded and destroyed by war. The Swedes also assist the Allies by helping training soldiers. It allowed the Allies to use its airbase. It also spied on the Nazis and fed the intels to the Allies and also the Polish resistance to be able to fight against the Nazis. A Swedish mathematician named Arne Berling broke the German code for strategic military communications that is called the G Schreiber. But there's also some negatives. In contradiction to the good things, Sweden sold a lot of iron ore to the Nazi Party, which has been the primary reason the Germans were able to become a formidable force. Sweden also allowed the Nazis to move troops throughout its borders to invade Norway and also reinforce the occupied Finland that was already occupied by the Nazis, so they can fight against the Soviets. I think it's safe to state that Sweden was only in name a neutral country during the course of the Second World War II. It did aid both sides, however, which is perhaps what has led to the debates around the reality of its neutrality. Arne Ruth argues that Sweden was not neutral, Sweden was weak. Winston Churchill believes that Sweden ignored the greater morale issues of the war and played both sides for profit. This is where all the cars load up on the ferry. Interesting. Okay. I'm still trying to find the bunkers in Vaxholm. I couldn't find the bunker. I found a fortress. I also found some snow. And it is getting really cold, but really this much snow? There's snow already. Hey, what's up, friends and family? So this is all I can offer you to the little island of Vaxholm. Vaxholm is not really Stockholm, but it's at least 1 hour and 2 minutes away from Sweden. Well, Stockholm, Sweden. All right. So this place, it's a very small place. All right. Just like all the archipelagos. I probably mispronounced that. It's not a word I usually use a lot. But I showed you guys around everything I could. I'm gonna still show you some more videos like right here. So follow that little spot right there. Let me continue my drinking. Cheers.